The new supply gets everything that you didn't get, right? They get amazing treatment. The narcissist is showering them with love and affection, maybe even giving them gifts, taking them on trips, things that maybe you were promised and the narc just didn't deliver. So, what's the deal here? What does this new person have that you don't? Why is this newbie coming in and getting what was being withheld from you? In this video, I will break down how the new supply really gets treated by a narcissist and why it works the way it does. Let me start out by saying that the new supply is very rarely new. They're more than likely what I call new to you. The narcissist has either known this person from the past, maybe high school or college, maybe they've known them for a year or so at their job, or if this person's only been around for maybe about a year or less, the narcissist might have just been keeping them on the back burner as the next person up to bat. Either way, they've been around for at least a few months in some kind of way. If the narcissist has things the way they want them, they've had time to test out this new person. Everybody gets tested by a narcissist to see what kind of supply they have to offer, and what, of course, will they bring to a narcissist. In rare occasions, a narc, yes, will have to scramble for new supply, but they try to avoid that at all costs. And once it's determined that this person will give the narc what they want, the attention will slowly transfer from you to this new person. You might reflect back like I did and see that a few months or so before the discard, before the breakup, or even before you walked away, you'll find communication was nearly non-existent. And this is a sign that the narc is spending time love bombing a new source. Ah, yes. Love bombing. Now, all narcs love bomb at a level that's like comfy for them. Some do it far less and far more poorly than others do, but for around 3 to 6 months, the narcissist is love bombing away, and this is where you might begin to see this person is getting some things that you definitely were not getting. So let's go over this and why it's happening. Is this new person all over social media, for example, and you weren't? Well, sad to say, you might have been the narc's dirty little secret. A new person will be brandished online to shove it in your face, to show it off to other people. No doubt someone in the narc's circle will realize there's a breakup, and then boom, now there's a new exciting person that a narc can show all over social media for all the likes, all the hearts, all the comments, and everything that makes a narc feel good about themselves. You might find out that the new supply is maybe getting gifts that you weren't. Now, keep in mind that at this point, they are still new supply. They're being love bombed. You're always on and off love bombed throughout the whole relationship. The narcissist really needs to bring their A game in order to snatch this person up in the trap. No two people are going to be love bombed by one narcissist the same way. The narc might have maybe had a trip planned, and maybe just the way that it worked out, this new person is going on the trip because you're gone now. Also, if the narcissist feels like this is a particularly good catch they found, somebody that they really feel has a lot of value, they will absolutely up the ante and give this person as much as they possibly can. I mean, even in like non-narky relationships, effort or lack thereof goes to show how valuable you are to somebody and how much they're willing to work to show you how much they care about you. It shows your value, and effort is really just what it's all about. Also, there's another person in all of this here who isn't you. This new to you person might be more demanding, and the narcissist might be really trying to chase them, to wear them down. The thing is, you'll never really know what the dynamic is between the narcissist and the new supply. It won't be exactly the same as it was because this new person isn't you. Dealing with the aftermath of a toxic relationship can feel definitely like you're stuck in a maze. I specialize in guiding folks through the messiness of narcissistic personality disorder. My counseling and coaching is different from others. It happens over the phone, so you can be alone, relax in your own space, and just chat with me like a friend. Stiff office vibes, robotic roadmaps, you're not going to find them here. Every session is about what you need when you need it. No cookie cutter advice, no sugar-coated advice, that's for sure. Just real personalized support from a survivor who has done all the work and knows what you need. If you are ready to start feeling lighter and more in control of your healing, click the link at the top of the screen, send a text or an email, and get started today. However, all good things must come to an end. And do they? Oh boy, do they all come to an end. Devaluing is just a part of the narcissistic cycle of abuse. Once this behavior begins, you won't see as much of their posting online. You won't hear as much from other people about what the narc is doing with this person. 95 or more % of the bullshit that a narcissist is pulling happens privately behind closed doors, just like it did with you. A narcissist can't risk what they do getting out to other people. The narcissist will be built up in the love bombing phase. And this is also the time when you get thrown into the mix without you knowing. The new supply knows a lot about you, survivor. Of course, they know what the narcissist has told them, but trust me, that's a lot. One of the first people a narcissist runs a smear campaign on you to is their new beau. You're awful, you're terrible, a liar, a cheater, disrespectful, neglectful, you didn't love them, you were miserable, so depressed, you're a bad parent, and so on and so forth. I know this to be true because I actually had the privilege of witnessing an instance like this in my own experience. After I was discarded, about 3 months later, I was hoovered back by the narcissist. And in these conversations, I was told that the new supply actually broke up with the narcissist. Was this true? Who the hell knows and who cares? But what I can tell you is this person who was worth leaving me for just 3 months prior was apparently an awful person. They didn't keep a nice home. They couldn't cook to save their life. They were on drugs and they were all around awful. I heard this. I heard this straight from the narcissist, of course, as they were trying to hoover me. And just a little extra detail for you, the narcissist that I was involved with actually went on to marry this person years later. So I ask you, was anything I got told true? Hell no. It was a smear campaign because the narcissist was trying to hoover me. So if this new person was on drugs and a slob and this and that, oof, I can only imagine what was said about me to that person. So smearing is just what a narcissist does. It builds up the new supply that was supposed to make me feel really good about myself. Oh, this person, they can't cook, they can't hold a job, they're on drugs, they can't do this and that and everything else. Of course, it was supposed to, one, slander this person horrifically who wasn't even there to defend themselves, and it was supposed to build me up and make me feel really good about myself. The devaluing is real. Don't think just because it happened to you that it won't happen to other people. You are no different from anybody else in that aspect. A narcissist is going to love bomb, devalue, possibly discard, and if they do, they will hoover. And that's just the way it goes. The new supply will be built up and placed on a pedestal, but it all comes crashing down in the end. The new supply will do the same thing you did. And here's why. The new supply will make a mistake. And I've talked often about narcissists seeking perfection, and since perfection doesn't exist, the new supply will fail, just as you did, just as the one before you and the one after this one and the next one next year. That's what it's always going to be. New supply is great, but how long is something really new? Hey, I got a new car. Yeah, you got it 2 years ago. It's not new anymore. What are you talking about? New supply becomes boring and tired and old hat, just like the rest of us do. And we all end up making the wrong move. Eventually, at some point, we say no, or whatever it is, and even if we're the most perfect supply that ever existed, you're dealing with someone who has the attention span of a sponge and is going to get tired of you in about 6 months. As for who really gets treated worse here, you or the new supply, believe it or not, it's not actually up to the narcissist. The narc is going to treat everybody like shit. This is what they do. They have a disorder. They're selfish and frustrating. This is a given. It's actually the new supply who determines how bad it gets. How much abuse will they deal with before they've had enough? How long will they put up with it? How hard will they fight to keep a narcissist? Will they mutually love bomb a narcissist? Are they susceptible to gaslighting? Will they put up with the fights and infidelity longer than you or not as long as you? It's really up to how the other person here behaves. The narcissist is the constant. The new supply is not. That's always the variable. That's always changing. But the constant is this person with this disorder. Do they have more or less boundaries than you? Are they good at enforcing those things? So on and so forth. And you'll more than likely never know these things. You'll never know the dynamic. But that's what we have to consider when we're talking about what's going on with the new person. The only constant, again, is the narc and the disorder. The push, the pull, the back and forth, the trauma bond gets people hooked. It's just the same techniques deployed on different people. So how is the new supply really treated? For the most part, give or take a few things, just like you. It's just pulling somebody else in and seeing how they react. It's not a better person, despite what anybody might think or see. The narcissist I was with is married now, married to somebody that dumped them, or maybe they discarded the new supply. Really, who cares? So is this person better? Nope. They very clearly fell for a hoover that I didn't fall for. I'm not better than anybody else either, but you can see how it's two different people. I just decided not to deal with it anymore, that I wasn't putting up with it anymore. We're two different people. I can tell you that for sure. Survivor, I'll share with you a really valuable lesson that I learned as I was healing from all of this. Maybe this new person is getting things that you didn't. Like I say, the narcissist in my life is married and kids and the whole shebang, everything. Maybe they do things like that. Maybe they get a home. Maybe they take the great trip. But what I'm going to ask you to do, if you see this and if it hurts you, I want you to reflect back onto your treatment. Think of all that you sacrificed, all that you lost, all you gave up. And now look, you're having to do all this work to heal and feel better. Are you really mad you didn't get the trip, the house, the ring, the whatever it is you were looking for? Personally, I wouldn't want to spend 5 seconds with somebody who treated me like I was treated, like I was just absolute garbage, let alone live with or be married to this person. Clearly, somebody in my scenario got a ring and I didn't. And you know what? I have never been happier that it wasn't me. Keep working on your healing, survivor. Focus on yourself. That is really the more important thing to focus on. It is wonderful to educate yourself on the disorder, to get a handle on what you were dealing with and be able to spot it in the future. But don't linger there. Don't focus on who else comes into the life of the narcissist. The narcissist will always be the same. Will somebody put up with it or will they not? How anybody else is treated by a narcissist, frankly, is none of your business. They did what they did to you, and that honestly tells you all you need to know about this person. How someone treats you is all you need to know about anybody. How anybody else is treated doesn't mean a damn thing to me, and it shouldn't to you either. Share your thoughts about this down in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't. It's easy, free, and it helps my channel grow. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.